Hello, and welcome to Don't Miss This on Paris Underground Radio. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity, with a quick roundup of the best of what's happening in Paris this week. This is the first episode of Don't Miss This, covering the week of September 19th through to the 25th. First and foremost, the biggest and best thing to hit Paris this week is the launch of Paris Underground Radio, which, if you're listening to this, you probably already know. There is a chance that if you're listening to this, you're actually listening to a sneak preview, which means you'll have early access to a giveaway and free wine course. But before I get too far ahead of myself, let me briefly explain what Paris Underground Radio is. Paris Underground Radio is a new podcast network with 12 different podcasts on various subjects hosted by experts and personalities in and around Paris. Paris Underground Radio is created by expats for expats, but you don't have to live in Paris to get in on the fun. The episode you're listening to right now is the very first one to appear on the entire network, so congratulations on being one of the cool kids. There will be new podcast episodes 6 days a week. Culture and events on Sunday, business and news on Monday, fashion and lifestyle on Tuesday, entertainment on Wednesday, mind and body on Thursday, and food and wine on Friday. You can listen to Paris Underground Radio on our website, parisundergroundradio.com. Once we fully launch and are no longer in sneak preview mode, there will be a playlist on the homepage with all the latest episodes from all the latest shows. You can also find these podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or anywhere else you listen to podcasts. Because this is the very first episode of Don't Miss This, as well as the very first episode on the entire network, I have arranged something special for you. A giveaway. But before I tell you how to enter, let me tell you about the prize. Have you heard of Lost in Frenchlation? If you haven't, let me fill you in. Lost in Frenchlation was created by Manon Kerjean, a French woman, and Mark Bryan, an Australian man, who found that it was nearly impossible for them to go to the movies together here in Paris, because there were no cinemas that regularly showed French films with English subtitles. So they decided to change that. Thanks to their efforts, expats, international students, Anglophones, and anyone else comfortable with English subtitles can enjoy the same French films that the locals are watching. Their screenings are often accompanied by guest speakers, Q&As, or other special partnerships. This Thursday, September 23rd, they will be screening a French spy spoof that I will admit to you, I am not sure how to read the title of. I've only heard it in French, so maybe it's OSS 117 From Africa with Love, starring Jean Dujardin, which is described as a, quote, Gallic twist on James Bond by way of Pink Panther, end quote. It was the closing film at Cannes this year. Sounds good, doesn't it? I mean, honestly, who couldn't use a laugh after the year we've had? Well, Don't Miss This is giving away 2 free tickets. The Lost in Frenchlation event itself is on Thursday, September 23rd. It will begin with drinks at 7 and a screening at 8. It will be held at the Lumineur Hôtel de Ville at 20 Rue du Temple in the 4th arrondissement. A health pass is required. Okay, so how do you win these tickets? Well, all you have to do is subscribe to our newsletter on parisundergroundradio.com, like a Don't Miss This post on either Instagram or Facebook, and tag a friend. Simple. Winners will be notified by email Tuesday evening. Excellent. Okay, well, the Paris Underground launch can't be the only thing happening this week, you say? And you're right. On Sunday, September 19th, the day this podcast officially releases, we celebrate the Journée Paris Respire, or Paris Breathes Day. From 11 a.m. until 6 p.m., all cars and any other pollution-spewing vehicles are banned from Paris. So get out there and start walking. Enjoy the fresh air while we have it. While you're walking, head over to the Arc de Triomphe to see an art installation created by Christo and finished posthumously by his team. Christo an environmental artist known for his large-scale, site-specific installations, had been envisioning this specific project for almost 60 years. The art installation is called Arc de Triomphe Wrapped. And why? Well, it has been wrapped in 25,000 square meters of recyclable polypropylene fabric in silvery blue and 3,000 meters of red rope of the same fabric. It will be on display from Saturday, September 18th through to Sunday, October 3rd. The monument and the terrace remain open, and the flame on the tomb of the unknown soldier will remain lit. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
What's the recipe for a successful cooking podcast? Hire some experienced hosts. I'm Omid Tavalai.
And I'm Alana McPherson Tavalai.
We're otherwise known as Emperor Norton. We've been doing this for years. Neither of us has lost any appendages.
You're not building confidence.
Don't make sweeping generalizations or engage in stereotypes. Because that's what romantic couples do here in the City of Light and love and romance. Vous faites des burgers et des brownies. Skip the off-holiday humor. It's not like child exploitation or something. Do engage in womansplaining.
Actually, a lot of recipes use both baking powder and baking soda.
Sprinkle liberally with dad jokes. I don't know what kind of baking powder I'm buying.
It's all single acting. Just so you know.
Just like the men here. They're single acting.
Help me.
And maybe actually a useful recipe once in a while. Tune in to The Transplant Kitchen on Paris Underground Radio.
When former college roommates Joanne and Britt join up for a hike in the Colorado Rockies on Joanne's 25th birthday, they're prepared for a light, fun, 4-hour walk culminating in delicious birthday barbecue.
You ready? Britt, are you putting on lipstick?
So what?
So we're about to go on a 4-hour hike up the Rockies.
So? Mother Nature will appreciate the effort. But when they decide to follow a mysterious arrow in the woods, things take a turn for the bizarre. Hey, wait, this rock has an arrow painted on it. Was that yours?
I don't remember an arrow.
Should we follow it? Maybe it's a sign.
We don't want to get lost, though. There's only this one trail.
Well, let's just take a little peek. What could possibly go wrong? With not much more than lipstick, dental floss, and their own senses of humor to get them through, will they survive against Mother Nature, unexplained occurrences, and an abandoned town that may not be abandoned after all? Babes in the Woods, an original comedic mystery series, Wednesdays on Paris Underground Radio.
And we're back. The weekend of September 18th and 19th also marks the Journée du Patrimoine, or Heritage Days, when Paris opens her doors to the public. You can enter certain museums and galleries for free and visit spaces that are normally never open to the public. This year's theme is Heritage for All. There are hundreds of sites to choose from, and you should choose according to what strikes your fancy. But I've chosen a couple for you that seem a little more intriguing. The first is at the Grand Palais. Although the Grand Palais itself is closed for renovation at the moment in preparation for the Olympics, the grounds remain open, and that's where you can take part in an hour-long escape game called Le Fantôme de Marais 1962. In this game, an urban project threatens to destroy the Grand Palais. Armed with just your smartphone, you'll be able to walk around the building and solve puzzles to see if you can help Minister of Culture André Malraux save the Grand Palais. Dun, dun, dun. There's a related escape game at the temporary location of the Grand Palais on the Champ de Mars called La Destinée de Fleurat, where you can try to find a stolen piece of art by joining a team of YouTubers. Both escape games are held outdoors, so no health pass is required. You can find more info on grandpalais.fr. Another option for the Heritage Days is at the headquarters of Kering and Balenciaga at 40 Rue de Sèvres. This 17,000 square meter site was known as the Hospice des Incurables, or the Hospital for the Incurables, from 1632 until 1879. It was later renamed. Major renovations were undertaken to restore the 17th and 18th century constructions, including a chapel which was built during the reign of Louis XIII. You'll be able to visit the grounds, including this chapel and the gardens, which take up nearly half the grounds. You can view works from the Pinot collection and see an unprecedented selection of creations by Cristobal Balenciaga. Carrying is open to the public from 10 to 6 on Saturday the 18th and Sunday the 19th. You must present a health pass and wear a mask. From Wednesday, September 22nd through to Sunday the 26th, you can attend Urban Week 2021. This festival covers all of the Paris de la Défense, all 6,500 square meters of it, and features street artists, urban sports, hip-hop artists, and street food. You'll see live graffiti installations from a dozen street artists, a playground, a food court, concerts, talk shows, and a designer market where you can purchase street art for yourself. Just head to La Défense or go to the Paris La Défense website for more information. The weekend of September 24th through the 26th marks the first annual Salon du Livre Africain de Paris, or Paris's African Book Salon. This free event will be held at the Town Hall in the 6th arrondissement. More than 50 publishers and 200 writers are expected to attend. There will be conferences and shows, including slams and fashion shows, as well as artistic exhibitions. You'll be able to find works from French-speaking African authors from among the 54 countries of the African continent. As a side note, to learn the difference between Francophone with a big F and a small one, tune into episode 4 of Navigating the French. To learn more about the book salon, head to www.salondulivreafricaindeparis.com. Once you've filled your arms with books, you can grab your glow stick and head over to the first ever electro night at the Château de Versailles. The Nocturne Electro are described on the website as French-style beats meet French history. Louis XIV was probably up for a rave. Who am I to say otherwise? You'll be able to wander the gardens of Versailles while watching the fountain show and enjoying the music of Ed Banger, Clara 3000, Yuxek, and more. The evening will culminate with a fireworks display. Health passes are not required, but masks are recommended. Head to the Chateau Versailles-spectacles.fr website for more information. The last thing I'll mention is another sort of bonus for the listeners who signed up for a sneak preview of the Paris Underground Radio Network. On Saturday, September 18th at 6 p.m. Central European Time, Paris Underground Radio's own Caroline Connor from Chez Toi and Wine Dine Caroline's Happy Hour is hosting a free wine masterclass called Rock the Wine Aisle. The class will be held on Zoom, and you'll learn why wine costs what it costs, where you can find the best wine, the best value regions and grapes, who you can trust for recommendations, and much more. If you're interested, register at winedinecaroline.com. Don't forget to enter to win 2 tickets to OSS 117 from Africa with Love, screening with Lost in Frenchlation this Thursday, September 23rd. Just subscribe to our newsletter on parisundergroundradio.com, like a Don't Miss This post on either Instagram or Facebook, and tag a friend. I'll be notifying the winner on Tuesday evening, September 21st, so be sure to enter right away. Thank you so much for listening to Don't Miss This. I'll be back next week with more Parisian goings-on. If you have a tip for me, please send it to hello@parisundergroundradio.com with the subject line, Don't Miss This. If you've liked what you've heard, please don't forget to subscribe to this podcast so you never miss an episode. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Don't Miss This. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity. Don't Miss This is produced by me on Paris Underground Radio. To learn more about this show and shows like it, please go to parisundergroundradio.com. Thank you so much for listening.